everyone, thank you so much for clicking this video. Today we're going to be addressing a question one of us asked, but before we get into that, I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers out there. I do not take it for granted. And if you're new to this place, you're wondering what happens here. Here we talk about romantic relationship, be it dating, courting, marriage, wedding. We talk about it here. So if these topics are things that you find interesting, then you're sure to be in the right place. Do hit the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever we make new uploads. Back to the question we're addressing today. One of us asked, she said, "Good day, Godiva. How about if you're in a relationship where your fiance doesn't complain about anything that's about the lady? It's becoming a concern." It's becoming a concern. Yeah, she's asking a question, maybe if you're in a relationship, because we talked about this on our last video that's on relationship red flags. That's relationship red flags. You can check it out and watch it in case you haven't seen it. I'm also going to put the link in this video. In a relationship where it's happening to be like this person is not talking about, complaining about anything, so it's appearing to be like he's okay with everything you're doing. How is that? So do make sure to hang on till the end so that you can get the most out of this video without wasting your time. Let's get into it. Talking about the question and addressing the question, yes, it can feel very good sometimes that being in a relationship where it happens to be like there is no complaint at all, that's the man is not complaining, because sometimes it will tend to suggest, okay, maybe you're not offending him or he's not finding anything offensive, or maybe whatever. It might feel good at initial, but as time goes on, you will tend to have this concern. You will tend to have this no good feeling. You tend to have a no good feeling. Why? Because relationship is, you are not perfect. Even though, okay, the complaint is not coming for you, but you're not perfect. You have some imperfections and all of that. So even as much as you want to stay with someone who appreciates and celebrates you, you also want to stay with someone who is open to you. So if you're not hearing anything, that's any communication on the angle of you not doing well or not complaining about anything or at all not saying about anything, then it will be very difficult for that relationship to attain maturity. That's to attain a place of perfection. When I mean maturity and perfection, what I mean is to attain a place where both of them understand themselves, because the lady who is not being complained, that nothing is complained about, will have this feeling of, because you will feel everything is not okay, or the young man will know that everything is not okay. So it tends to suggest that this other person is not very free with you. Yeah, because you don't expect to be so 100% doing everything, and that will tend to bring some kind of reservation and doubt, which is not helpful to help any relationship move forward. So it's very important, that my own suggestion on this issue is that you need to call his attention. You need to let him know that you don't feel very comfortable about this, because this can potentially express it can potentially mean lack of openness, lack of open communication, and lack of true intimacy, that's true interest. The stage of fiance and fiancé, it's a stage of a relationship that has evolved from just mere dating to a more serious dating that is heading to marriage. So at this point, the people involved should discuss, be open to communicate and talk about things that are really deep things. So during this course of communication, there should be things of concern. There should be things that you need to communicate. But if it happens to be like nothing, like no concern is coming from this other side, it's very important that you let that other person know that you're not comfortable with this. It's very helpful that everybody expresses his or her feeling when it comes to relationship. It's very important that you express how you feel about a relationship, not holding it onto yourself and not talking about it and feeling like accepting everything and feeling everything is okay. It doesn't show well. It doesn't say well. It's also important, I also stress on the fact that when you're also in a relationship where the partner is always complaining, the partner is always finding problems, it's also not healthy. It's not healthy at all. So it should be moderate. It's also important to know that constant complaining in a relationship is detrimental to the relationship health. Yes, it's just like maybe just taking the example of the question. If the man is also always complaining about something about the lady, just as in the situation he's not saying anything at all, if he's complaining about every time about the problem, it can be two ways. Then it's not good. It can be both ways. It's not healthy because it can seriously hamper that relationship. It can seriously hamper that relationship negatively because the little stress, resentment, feeling like you're not being okay, feeling like overwhelmed and all of that, and it's not healthy. So ultimately, in a relationship, there should be effective communication. And what that effective communication means is that you communicate your partner's strengths, you communicate the good thing your partner is doing and what you appreciate about him or her. And also, why you also communicate that if you find anything that's not also okay, or on the long run it's not going to be helpful, you also communicate it. It's very important to communicate it and not just not talk about it or keep it yourself. It's not helpful in the relationship. It's very important that partners in a relationship strive to be very open and honest. And even while being open and honest, we also appreciate the other person's strength, appreciates the other person's input, that's each other's input and each other's strengths in a relationship. So I really hope this helps. But if in case you're not clarified in any way, or maybe you are having question in any other section, please don't fail to drop it down there in the comment section. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and I hope you really benefited from this video today. Remember, I always make videos every Tuesdays and every Thursdays, so do make sure to come watch out for it. And if you find any video interesting, any of these videos interesting, don't fail to give a thumbs up because it helps recommend it to others. Hit the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever we make new uploads. Yeah, please share this video to other people. When you find any video interesting, please make sure to share it to others. You help recommend it to other of your friends or other of your connections that might also benefit from it. You never know who it could help. So I will see you on Thursday. Till then, please do remain safe. Take care.